All right, I figured I'd toss my hat in this. On the 26 killed in Sutherland Springs, Texas. I think I'll just wave my hat in on this, and I'm going to probably be a jerk today because I'm going to come at this from quite a few angles. And I want to say this was messed up. It's not right. It didn't solve anything. Nothing got done. Everybody has to live with the pain and suffering. Before I get into all that, really, this dude, I saw this on the Telegraph, and the title is, he was deranged. That's what it says. Going on what this guy did when he was obviously upset. I don't think he was deranged at all. He was pissed off. He had a weapon. He knew how to use it. He went to a place where he knew most likely people would not be armed. I don't know why you would think that in Texas. I mean, everybody's got guns. And, this guy, he goes in on the day that, fight back is least likely to happen. Pretty much just like what Dylan Roof did. He went to a church. He killed these people because he knew he could get away with it. And that's just terrible. And these people aren't deranged. They're not insane. They're not, mentally mad in that sense. No, they might be pissed off, disgruntled. Might be some PTSD with this guy since he's ex-military. But this guy is far from insane. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew if he was deranged, he would have stayed until the fight was over, just trying to take out as many as he could. 2 people with guns shot back, and then the guy's like, oh no, they have weapons. I must now flee. And he did. That's exactly what he did. He fled. So this dude, please, he ran, crashed his car, as the report says, and it says shot himself. It looked like self-inflicting wounds. Maybe the guys caught him, shot him, or shot him at a distance, and then he crashed his car. Never got a chance to shoot himself. Who knows what really happened? They can't necessarily claim it. They can't say that they shot the guy and he died in his car and crashed, because although, yeah, he did murder those people, but once you chase him down and you're chasing him, he, while fleeing, is no longer a threat. Therefore, you can't pursue him lethally, because then it's not self-defense. It's revenge. And quite honestly, people that do these kind of things, I don't want them dead. I would like for someone to probe them, get why they actually did it. What made them think it was okay? Or not what made them think it was okay, but what happened that lowered their inhibition so much that they didn't have self-preservation in mind. And when I mean self-preservation, I don't mean, oh, he knew he was going to get killed or he might kill himself. No, self-preservation, it's the same as rape. Self-preservation. You want to stay out of prison. You want to stay out of court. You don't want to have an unexpected child. You don't want to destroy someone's life. Therefore, if you actually grow some empathy one day, then you're destroyed. Survival, self-preservation. Don't rape anyone. Just like this. Don't go and shoot anyone up. You don't want to go to prison. You don't want to get chased down and shot. You don't want to hit a tree and shoot yourself, or shoot yourself and hit a tree. Whatever the case. Do you want to live? Do you want to stay out of prison? Self-preservation. These people here are saying that he 26 people killed. And these in the report it says that he killed. These people lost like their pregnant granddaughter. They lost these other people, immediate family members. They lost 8 of them. The pastor lost his daughter. I mean, just most likely since they say it's a small town, they say it is. That means, yeah, family is going to be there. So, I mean, if you only hit 3 people, you've killed 3 family members. Somebody is an uncle, aunt, brother, sister, nephew, niece, mother, father, or an in-law or a friend of the family or something like that. So look, when you got empathy, you don't do stuff like this because you don't want somebody killing your family. Okay, I'm just coming at it from a social, heartfelt, kind of angered point of view. Now, I'm going to get into the other points of view. Okay. Now, y'all, this might turn you off. I get it because I'm going to pretty much politicize this a good bit. And say, oh, don't politicize a mass shooting or someone's death or something. But you know what? It's all political. Don't you understand? You can't tell anyone to not politicize something when, think about this. How does he have the gun? Probably the NRA. So collections. It could be a lot of reasons. So the National Rifle Association, you know what they do? They lobby. They make sure politicians vote in their favor and deregulate them, allow them to spread their guns and munitions in mass. That's what they do. They go for that. So it is political. Would this guy have a gun if there were strict regulations on guns, if there was actual gun control? Think about that. It is political. I can politicize it. Anyone can politicize it because it is factual. When you make strict gun laws, most likely it'll be a prohibition, but you have to make them logical. The guy is ex-military. Once he is thrown out of the military, all of his weapons should be confiscated, especially the fact that he was thrown out for beating on his wife and kid. He got to go. No guns, no nothing, no combat knives, kitchen knives or whatnot, fine. He should have been blacklisted from all weapons. If someone is proven to be mentally incapable of sustaining their own life, they should not be able to hold, wield, purchase, rent, borrow a gun or hunting knife or any deadly weapon thereof. I know anything can be used as a deadly weapon. These little tiny speakers on my dusty ass desktop could be used as weapons. I mean, hey, if you're skilled enough, you can use a straw. You can use a frozen green bean. I'm just saying the obvious ones that are weapons. No one has used a gun and saved a life. All right. You can't say I shot this dude and I saved everyone else's life. The truth is you shot this dude and you stopped more from dying, but you took a life. Guns are not designed to save a life. They can prevent others from dying, and they can, what seems to be going very popular, very, very viral these days, prevent others from living. Just life prevention. I mean, you want to have the abortion debates and all that mess, but no one's really having a debate on this. Instead of these people being angry and going on a rampage and saying, we need gun control, we need this. They're in Texas. They want their guns. They want them. They just get candles, they sing, they throw their prayers out and all this. These people are devastated. They're all messed up. I don't like death. I really don't. Look, there's a lot of politicians I do wish would just drop the fuck dead. I really do. I don't like death though. I fear it. I run from it. And honestly, it was brought on by my mom. That's just how that go. Every time, you got them in your family. Every time you come around a certain person, what they got to say, this person passed, this person died. Somebody has died within the last time you saw them. Maybe 2 or 3 people have died. So politicizing it, knowing damn well the NRA and anyone else out there in control of these things are definitely, by any means necessary, going to pay off the politicians. You know what? I'm not stopping this recording. I mean, Sedrik keeps talking to me through Gmail. They're going to beep. The dryer done went off. Washing machine, I don't know when that went off. Anyway, this right here, she wants me to check my email. I do that when I feel like People need to just get on board and vote for people. Not a single issue, though. Vote for the mayors, governors, senators, congressmen, whatever. Vote for the ones that care about gun regulation, not the ones that want to have a debate about it. The debate is done. I don't want to vote for someone who wants to talk about gun regulation. I want someone who's going to implement gun regulation. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. Okay, I don't want to sit down and go point for counterpoint. I don't want to sit here and talk about how guns have ruined lives left and right. Because the truth is, the sad, ugly truth is, it's not going to change until the right people get shot and or killed. That's what's messed up. Our, what you call leaders, they sit here on the little Mount Olympus, raking in money, making the deals, because that's the only level they got. And while they make deals and get paid by these gun lobbyists, what happened? What's going on? They don't give a damn about what's happening to you. They don't give a damn. What's her name? Kathy Gifford. She got shot in the head. She had to make a recovery. I think that's her name. I think I got it right. They was talking about, hey, let's replace her. They ain't care. They had no hope. None. Republican dude got shot. You know, they're like, yep, Democrats' fault. They win all the Democrats suck, yada, yada, yada. When all that is just chess. The Republicans and Democrats on the same damn board with the same damn pieces. Just one side is red, the other side is blue. And the rest of us are just spectators watching them play a game at our expense. They play the game and we get nothing out of it, but they get everything. So politicizing it, yeah, that's going to happen. I did that. Now here's, if that didn't turn you off, let's go with this other component. The other thing that'll definitely get you pissed off, and that is the racial aspect. All right. Oh no, I don't want no black people killed. No, it was a white crazy dude killing some white, well, Christian mythology lovers. That's basically it. Some Bible thumpers. You in Texas, you a Bible thumper by default. You've been indoctrinated. You don't even know why you do this. You don't know why you go there, but you go there. And the racial component. Well, this guy, he got, you know what? I'm glad he got chased down. I'm glad they shot at him. I wish they had killed him right out. I do. But then again, that's what he wanted, right? And look, they in Texas, so yeah, he got to go. I mean, he's gonna do it. He would have done it again. You know, I think he was just trying to. He was like, I'm gonna die today, and I got to take some people with me because this is some bullshit. Who knows? But racial component. What? Read the damn article. I'm sitting here like, man, that's amazing. These people are talking about how their daughters are dead. They're talking about how they're, you know, and I'm not saying the ones that are victims. If you were in that church, whether you got shot or not, you were a victim. So keep that real. Those people are all victims. They are innocent victims. They had done nothing so far in any report that would warrant this guy coming in there and shooting the place up. They had done nothing. But white guy shoots up white church. White people dead. They show videos of everyone grieving. They talk about how the baby was killed. They talk about how the mother lost children. They talk about how the father and the pastor lost children. They talk about how the grandbaby was pregnant, because, you know, you're always somebody's baby. So this one was probably 20 or 30 something, but she was pregnant. She died baby died. I mean, it's just all over the place. Okay, well, that's happening. Dump truck going by, building a bridge, an overpass actually. But okay, so they talk about how these people, they humanize them. They had families, they had businesses, they had loved ones. They all in a nice community. It was a small town. They were just in there for their prayer, their worship, and they were causing no harm to anybody. But when a black person gets shot and killed, the first thing they try to do is talk about how that person must have been doing some kind of drug. They don't ever talk about meth. They don't talk about, cocaine. They don't talk about heroin. They don't. They talk about weed because they have to push the weed narrative to the public. And they use black people for it. And when a black person dies, man, they don't talk about that fool's family. They don't talk about that person's, daughter, their dog, their mom, their dad, their uncle, their aunt. They don't talk about any of that mess. All they do is he was a person doing this. He got shot. Then the whole internet goes into a storm. And the internet is just a piece of it. The dinner table at home. Oh yeah, he was obviously a bad person. He was obviously evil. I mean, that's why they had to shoot him and kill him. He's obviously doing the wrong thing. If he won't doing the wrong thing, then why would they kill him? I mean, I was watching TJ Kirk's Triggered, and this white kid, okay, teenager, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's just fresh out of being a teenager. He might be in his super early 20s. He has a tussle with a cop. Don't know what's going on before that, but he has a tussle with the cop. I don't know why the cop had to be grabbing on him in the first place. The cop was wrong there. The guy, they fall. The kid picks up the clip. He's got the gun clip. All right? He's got the clip. The cop pulls his gun out. Don't necessarily hesitate. Pumps about 3 or 4 rounds in him. Kid just stands there. It ain't the movies. He don't get shot back into a wall. He don't get blown all to pieces. No, he just kind of shudders a little bit. The cop pauses for just maybe 2 seconds tops. Pumps some more rounds into him. The kid slumps down. Pumps some more rounds into him. Kid's dead. That's what's going on. And that's what cops do. That's a white cop killing a white kid. There was the white cop that killed another white kid. He's walking. The kid turns around because the kid got on headphones. Can't hear the cop. Turns around. The cop is pointing the gun. The kid, this is what you call some serious white privilege. All right. He's either high, white privilege, or something. Because he turns around. He got his hands in his pockets. He pumps his hoodie pocket like he might have something or he might do something. The cop, hey, this is a white kid. He does not shoot. The kid pumps his jacket again. The cop does not shoot. He pulls his hands out. I think he gives a middle finger. Backs up, puts his hand back in his pocket. Pumps his pocket again. Cop pops him one time in the chest. Center mass. Shoot to kill. Not his shoulder. Not his side. Not his hip. Not the front or outside of his thigh. Not his kneecap. Not his shin. Nothing. Not the clavicle. Not the bicep or anything. He shoots him center mass. He shoots him as close as he can to the heart, if not directly in it. What do you have on you, kid? What do you have? Oh man. And the cop is so damn stupid. You know he's stupid anyway. He had no reason to be following the kid anyway. He tries to plug this some bitch up with some dumbass band-aids, little ass gauzes and stuff like that's gonna stop a point blank range bullet hole in the chest. So the kid, they talk about him. They talk about the others. Hey, their moms grieve, yada yada. Their brothers grieve. What happens when Dylan Roof killed those black people? He got treated at Burger King. He got treated real nice by the cops. At one point, he wasn't even handcuffed. Well, that was the rumor anyway. Can't really go on those. But, hey, can you really put it past it? George Zimmerman, he hunts down Trayvon Martin. Okay, he just stalks him, really. He starts a fight. Trayvon tries to get away, defend himself. He gets shot in the chest. What happens? Zimmerman chilling with the police. Everyone demonizes Trayvon. And they found the candy and the tea on him. But yet somehow this kid was vicious as hell, walking away in the drizzle. The police, they didn't take Zimmerman's gun or anything. They didn't do anything. And it was a racial hate crime, weren't charged of it. This guy here for the Texas church, what does he do? He roll up in there. He shoots him. They talk about, his life history as a military officer and all this, or at least a soldier or something. But he, hurting his wife, so they had to let him go. And you got the the families, as I already went over, how they humanize them. And, it's rightfully so. And they should. That's what people need to do. Talk about what they lost. Talk about the pain that their family is going through. That's what they need to do. But when it comes to a black person, when it comes to, the African American, a Mexican American, and a Japanese American, or a Chinese American, or a Taiwanese American, or any Middle Eastern area, an American, and all of a sudden they are not humanized. If you're Middle Eastern, you're a terrorist. Now, you could have been on your lawn, cutting the grass, wearing your garb, just doing your daily things, and then you plan to do some community service stuff later because you want to help your community. But if someone calls the cop on you and the cop shows up and shoots you dead, you were a terrorist. Why? Because you're not, sad to say, you're not white. This ain't race baiting. I got a point with this. I got a point. All right. And you probably caught on to it, but I'm going to go further. Now people get dehumanized. Michael Brown, he had the eyes of a demon. Wow, I don't know how a demon's eyes actually look, because I've never seen a demon other than what's been depicted in TV movies and series and whatnot. So, I'm not going to sit here and say, I know what a demon eye look like. I know what an angry black person's eyes can look like. I know what an angry white person's eyes can look like. I haven't seen angry eyes of any other race or nationality or anything, so I can't really vouch for that shit. But I know what angry eyes in general do look like, so I can assume what they must look like there. And I'm not going to sit here and just demonize them, because when people get pissed, they look different. They say different things. And no one cares. No one cares about these people that died. These minorities that died. They just, hey, let's perpetuate that weed is vile and minorities are evil. That's it. White people get killed. Hey, remember, they're humans. They had loved ones. So, they lost and they grieve. And see, what I want is not what some others want. Not a lot. Some others. They want white people to suffer, and they want white people to be dehumanized at these points, just so they can say, damn, is that how you feel? And then you got some in that area of some in those demographics. They don't want just that. No, they want it to go further. They want white people to suffer and suffer and suffer until the point where the whole narrative is flipped, and the minorities, or in this case, predominantly what's been shown on the news and stuff, going on the death ratio, the African Americans, they want white people to suffer so much that then they are the ones causing the suffering. In other words, you become the very thing that you hate, which is dumb as shit. It is absolutely fucking stupid. All right. I'm in the camp of this. Wake up. Don't dehumanize minorities, and don't humanize or overhumanize, quote unquote, majorities. I mean, I just don't get it. Why don't anyone else get it? We all have these things called emotions. We all, despite how loose or tight, have this thing called family, friends. In other words, loved ones. We all hurt when we have an instant, sudden, wrongful, untimed loss. It's painful no matter what you are. And you can't say that it's not. You can't say that they don't care about their families. They don't care about their friends and whatnot. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen more white people mistreat anyone than black people. And I'm being honest. I haven't seen black people necessarily treat black people well. That's just my personal experiences in life. Those are my personal experiences. I just don't see black people treating other black people well in general. I haven't. and I don't look for the dumb shit. It just happens to always show up. And and if you go on YouTube, you go into any sites, you're going to see white people doing some stupid shit. And black people, you know what they say? They just say white people. Good grief, just white people. And then white people they go to World Star or some other stuff and see some black people doing some dumbass shit. And they'll say, look at them. Look at black people. Look what the blacks do. Look what they do. And you know what my point to this is? It don't matter what color you are. You're going to do some stupid fucking shit. It don't matter where you come from. You're going to do some stupid fucking shit. That's just being human. I don't know why humans got to do stupid fucking shit, but humans got to do some stupid fucking shit. That's what it is all about for some reason. Doing some stupid fucking shit and trying to get famous for it. That's all that has been happening. And when we come together and stop the dumbest shit, the absolute dumbest shit is the racist shit. Okay? Don't demonize minorities and then, humanize, the majority. You don't politicize poorly. Look, people get shot because others got guns. So you know what you do? You take away the guns. Not all of them. Hey, if you hear me, if you own a gun, or if you got one and don't own one, but you're responsible with it, you're only going to use it if you got to. And you're not going to you know what? Let's not use knee jerk. You're not going to like cop jerk your way into a bullet into somebody's body just because, reasons. I got scared, dear. I had to kill him. I got scared. Is that okay? Well, I don't know. You're white. They're not white. So yeah, I think you did the right thing. Everyone else will say you did. I mean, they hate them enough. You did the right thing. Thanks, dear. That's pretty much what that's what's going to happen. We just need to stop the stupid. We do. We all are in the same boat. If aliens came down and dominated the planet for a little bit, we would all band together. You know what? That kind of reminds me of the first time white people and black people started banding together. I think that was about November 13th, 2001, when it was sort of worldly in the United States, where blacks and whites were getting on planes and felt safe because they were looking at anyone that looked like a Middle Eastern being and said, fuck that motherfucker. They were scared together. The white person's all like, man, we might have to fuck him up. And the black person's like, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. We will ruin his day. Let him try something. So you got some dude, some Sikh dude in a turban being mistaken for a terrorist. And he's like, why are they looking at me like this? And he's like, oh, buddy, we waiting on it. We gonna fuck you up. They just want him to twitch. They want him to reach for a briefcase. They want him to just act like he's talking in secret to somebody. Everybody's going to just jump up and just fuck him up on the plane, a bus, a taxi, the sidewalk. They go to his apartment building and fuck him up if they see him on the phone for too damn long. Be like, who the hell are you talking to for 19 minutes? It's hot outside. Fuck you. That's what would have happened. We come together for the wrong shit. And then we divide over the dumb shit. We gotta stop. This whole Texas shooting thing is not gonna start the next big thing. It's just a piece of the cog of the machine that is the gun lobbyist program. They own the politicians. They tell them what to do. The politicians make sure that you vote for either Republican or a Democrat. And you're going to vote Republican if you are a heavily religious person, if you are a racist person, if you are scared of everything social, you are going to vote Republican. If you want to keep your money tax-wise by making sure that you give it to them so they can give it to all these big people, these big donor corporations, And just to make sure that you can take my money and give it as welfare to people that don't need it because they got billions. Just make sure you don't give it to some poor freeloading motherfuckers that hasn't earned their way. Opposed to these others that's had everything given to them already. So I guess that's another topic, but I pretty much covered it right then. Just everyone take a step back and realize this shooting, was it terrorism? No. It wasn't. And the reason it wasn't is because he did not cause this destruction for any political gain. See, when you hold politics in your possession to gain political favors, that's terrorism. Political terrorists. So when you can sit here and say, I am going to destroy 25 million people in the next 10 to 15 years just so that I can get more money, that is political terrorism. When you say, I'm going to allow you to jack up the prices from something that should have been just $25 to $50 to $700 and $800 just so you can please your shareholders. And so that people that need these injections, when they have these horrific allergic reactions to peanuts, sulfur, winter pollen and whatnot, that's political terrorism. When you allow corporations to dump waste into public areas, communities, that is political terrorism. That's terrorism because you're destroying lives and gaining political power doing it. What this guy did? No, not terrorism. He did not commit any terrorism. He just lost his shit. Whether he was pissed off or maybe he was insane or deranged, as they would say. Whatever happened, it was only he knows. And he took it with him. Now, for these people that died in Texas, I'm not going to give them any thoughts and prayers because I don't pray. And I ain't thinking about them because I didn't know them. But I'll tell you this, those who are around them need to help them, care for them, help them build something back up because they lost a lot and they're going to carry this pain for the rest of their lives. And they're going to be traumatized. This will be a form of PTSD that they have for the rest of their lives, all because of one dumbass person. And that's why we got to get the guns away. Strict gun regulations. Vote for it and nothing less when it comes to this. This is Sedrik Cannady, Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.